A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The hand to the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Got a man. It's snow. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Jackson will throw. The quick out. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a...
There he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in inbounds.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to throw it again. And he's got it! Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Ivy. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Quick release on the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive player.
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Quarterback making checks. Off play action on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Looking downfield, it's Washington. Rushes on him. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Ivy. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Washington. It's on target and complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
On the move. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ivy. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Washington. Using his feet to buy time. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack. They get a huge loss on that play.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They got off to a flying start, a touchdown on that opening drive, and now an opportunity to build on this lead. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
To the air on first down. He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 30. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Miami. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Wow, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Sends it downfield. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. From the gun, give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The kick is on its way. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Unloads to the wideout. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They punt it away on fourth down. Hauls it in, looking for space. Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab, it's Snow. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're gonna mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Holds and fires complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's got him. They'll immediately call timeout.
How many first downs is that alone, you know, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Grabbed over the middle. It's Snow.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. as the lead still at 11.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Running back searching for a hole. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Wants to throw. It's Washington. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of the third quarter. And this quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Lost to throw again. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Tight end now in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on fourth down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Leaves it with the back. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and the first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Might as well give it to him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
Man, you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he walks us in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Now they'll try the two-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. On the direct snap, it's Martin. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the two-point try is no good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
I don't know if I can quote the great Reese Davis. That was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Got his man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
So now it's second and long. Jackson will throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Punts it out of the air.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it.
Breaks into the open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they executed it perfectly.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Grab behind the line. It's Lofton. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Still looking. He'll try to do it himself. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Yeah, and he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Washington. Spits it out to the back. Catch in the middle, it's fun. And defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Saunders. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. Calls his own number. Turning it on. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Now from inside the red zone. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Saunders. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. To the air, it's Washington. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and they trail by just 4. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure.
There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. Jackson gonna throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. And they moved out front here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 34 over Florida State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Looking to scramble. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Hurricanes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Jackson will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Wants to go up top on first down. Floating away. On target over the middle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
You can tell this quarterback... Homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Sales went into the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on 3rd down would make it easier. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
And the defense has a big decision to make here. You've got the lead. It's late in the game, fourth quarter, critical fourth down. Are you going to sit back and play safe in coverage, or do you want to get aggressive and get after the quarterback here if you're anticipating pass?
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score.
Breaks into the open. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone.